Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and safe. Today we are going to read two chapters of our GK book, chapter number 27 and 28. Let's get started with chapter number 27, Hall of Fame. Read the clues about these prominent people. Prominent means famous, or we can say important people. Write their names with the help of a clue box given below. Number one, he was the nuclear physicist, founding director, and professor of physics at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Dr. Homi Jahangir Bhabha. Answer is Dr. Homi Jahangir Bhabha. He was also nominated for the Nobel Prize for the for physics in 1951, and he is known as the father of the Indian nuclear program. Number two, he was the man behind Ramakrishna Mission, in which monks and lay people would jointly undertake propagation at practical Vedanta and various forms of social service. Answer is Swami Vivekanand. So the mission is named after and inspired by the Indian saint Ramakrishna Paramhans. Number third, she was known by the sobriquet, the Nightingale of India. Her contribution was not confined to the fields of politics only, but she was also a renowned poetess. Answer is Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was an Indian political activist and poetess. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence from colonial rule. So, number four, he served as the President of India, and before his term as President, he worked as an aerospace engineer with Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Space Research Organization. Answer is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was an Indian scientist. We all know that he was the scientist and a politician. He played great role in the development of missiles and nuclear weapons program of India. Number five, listed as a billionaire by Forbes magazine, he is one of the co-founders of Sun Microsystems, a company which created the Java programming language and file system. Network file system. Answer is Vinod Khosla. He is the founder of Khosla Ventures also. So he is the co-founder of Sun Microsystems and founder of Khosla Ventures. Forbes counted him among the 400 richest people in the United States. Number six, he is considered the most influential actor of all time, becoming the dominant personality of Indian film during the 1970s and 80s. He has received numerous awards and a record of 39 nominations for Filmfare Awards. Answer is Amitabh Bachchan. Number seven, writer, essayist, and political activist. She is best known for her novel The God of Small Things, which won her the Man Booker Prize for Fiction in 1997. Answer is Arundhati Roy. She is also a political activist involved in human rights and environmental causes. She was born in Shillong. Number eight, he is considered as the chief architect of the contemporary world music movement, youngest percussionist to ever be awarded the title of Padma Shri, a classical a classical tabla virtuoso and the most famous tabla player in India today. Answer is Zakir Hussain. So, Chapter number 28, Indian Electoral System. India is the world's largest democracy. A democracy is a form of government in which power is held directly or indirectly by citizens under a free electoral system. So, in India, there are three levels of government. They are at central level, state level, local level. Central level. At central level, elections are conducted to elect member of parliament, which is known as Lok Sabha elections. For this, the whole country is divided into 543 constituencies, and each constituency elects our representative as a member of parliament, means MP. Second is state level. At the state level, an election is called assembly election. However, unlike center, each state is divided into a different specific number of assembly constituencies. The elected representative in the assembly election is called as the member of legislative assembly, means MLA. It also the people elect one representative who then becomes a member of the legislative assembly, Vidhan Sabha. Local level. At the local level, elections are held for the election of Pradhan in Panchayat in rural areas and councillor in municipal in urban areas. Each village or town is divided into several wards similar to constituencies, and each ward elects one member of the village or the urban local body respectively. So you must have heard about he is pradhan in panchayat, and in villages they are called he is called pradhan, and in urban areas or in cities he is called councillor. So councillor is a member of local government council, and a municipal councillor is an elected representative of a ward. He is also known as ward councillor. So who can vote in India? Any citizen of 18 years or more. If you are 18, you have right to vote. So 18 years or more can vote in an election. The right to vote is irrespective of caste, creed, religion or gender. So if you are a boy or girl, so there is no discrimination about caste, creed, religion or gender. So we all have right to vote. The voters list is provided to the voters of each constituency. On the day of election, the people cast their votes as per their names mentioned in the voters list. So, what is an electoral roll? The government is responsible to update the voters list before the election. New names of all the eligible voters are added to the voters list, and names of those who move out from their residential place or those who have been died or died are deleted. A complete revision of the voters list takes place every 5 years. Electors' photo identity cards (EPIC) is in an attempt to improve the accuracy of the electoral roll and prevent electoral fraud. The Election Commission ordered the making of photo identity card for all voters, and this you must have seen this type of voters ID in your home, and who is above 18 years, he is having this type of identity card, and it also serves as journal identity address and age proof. Like if you are buying a new phone, new sim card, you will be needed this voter ID, and if you are applying for passport, you will be needed this type of voter ID. Nomination of candidates. To contest an election, a candidate should be of 25 years of age, with sound mind and no criminal background. So he should have no criminal background, and to nominate of this candidate as a candidate. So political parties introduce their candidates and give them the party ticket. Educational qualification for candidates. In the Indian political system, educational qualification is not required either for the voters or for the contesting candidates. So if the voter is illiterate, he can vote, and if the contestant is candidate is illiterate, he also stand for the election. The essential qualification for an MLA in or an MP in politics is their ability to understand people's concern, problems, and to represent their interests. So all they have to, they are able to understand people's concern, problems, and represent their interest. Election campaign. During election campaigns, voters get the opportunity to have a free and open discussion about who is a better candidate, which party can give a better government, or what are their policies. Polling and counting of votes. A particular day is fixed for polling in a particular constituency. This is called election day. Voters whose name is on the voters list go to a nearby polling booth and cast their vote one by one. Polling officers keep the records of those who have cast their votes and maintain a proper register. Earlier, the voters used to mark their choice by putting a stamp on the ballot paper against the name and mark of the candidates of their choice. But nowadays, electronic voting machines are there. So, electronic voting machines means EVM are used to cast the votes. The machine shows the names of the candidates and the party symbol. A voter needs to press the button against the name of the candidate who she wants to elect. Once the polling is over, all the EVMs are sealed and taken to a centralized place where all the EVMs are kept. EVMs means electronic voting machines. So once the polling is over, all the EVMs are sealed and taken to a centralized place where all the EVMs are kept, and later on votes were counted. So I hope you understood the chapter well. Read the chapter once again by your own at home.